Oh boy, Bungie have surely become the experts in landing themselves in hot water recently, right? We've had a bunch of drama in the past few weeks. Well, ever since Edge of Fate, really, but it seems to be compounding and getting worse as time goes by. This week, another new article here. Bungie are under fire again as Destiny 2 concept art suggests that new Iron Banner armor became paid Eververse Armor sets. We'll look at the article. In fact, this was discovered by folks in the community, as generally tends to be the case, but basically, it says concept art shows Iron Banner symbol on paid Eververse set. And yesterday, concept artist Ben Lowe from Bungie posted early concept art for the Gladius Titan set on ArtStation. And they say at first glance, it looks like the same Roman-inspired armor was released on a paid Eververse armor set during the Edge of Fate expansion. However, fans immediately noticed something odd in the concept version, a large burning Iron Banner tree sigil clearly stamped onto the chest plate. So that's the final version of the armor right there. But this is the concept art, which is actually higher quality than the other image right there in the article. But as we can see in the concept, we do have the chest plate right there with the sort of ironwood tree sigil in it. It appears to have a glowing variant as well, which actually looks pretty cool. And I guess, really, with the themes that we've had for Iron Banner armor in the past, it would make sense that something like this might make its way into Iron Banner. Of course, the final version looked something a little bit more like this. I'm not sure what my web pages are doing here. Do apologize. And of course, this stuff released in Eververse, but you can see the icon in the middle of the Titan chest plate, the middle character right there, has actually changed and is no longer the Iron Banner one. Now, in terms of Bungie doing things like this, actually, I'm sure they've probably been doing it for quite a long time, you know, developing numerous different sets and things, and then ultimately moving them around after they've been produced into different reward pools, and often, yes, including adding them to the Eververse store instead. But from the article again, side by side, comparisons show that everything else about the set, the helmet, shoulder spikes, layered metal plating, is pretty much the same. The only real change is that the Iron Banner emblem was removed for the final release, and for many in the community, that's more than enough to suspect that this might have started as an earnable Iron Banner reward and was shifted over to Eververse as a paid cosmetic. It was actually in the twid the other day, Bungie shared the actual Iron Banner armor that we'll be getting this time around, which is a reissue of an older Iron Banner set. It does have new set bonuses on it, so that's nice, but otherwise cosmetically the same as stuff that we've had in the past. The more interesting part, or the part that kind of confirms something definitely has been going on, potentially even late in development, but this theory lines up with Bungie's own messaging, and in a recent post, the studio teased that Iron Banner's return would come with an incredibly cool new set of armor. And we can see this from Bungie's Ash and Iron blog right here. They talk about more events to come, including Iron Banner, which after a short hiatus is coming back for 1 week with new weapons to earn, and here it is, an incredibly cool new set of armor. It's actually in their blog post. I don't know why they would say that when the actual armor set, let's move over to this week's twid. I think it's in here somewhere. There we go. That's the actual armor set that we're getting. Again, reissued with the new set bonuses. So it's not like there's no new benefit to it, but certainly it would appear, based on the wording from Bungie and the fact that we see these 2 armor pieces or 2 armor sets, one of them ultimately ending up in the Eververse store instead. Yeah, they moved this around in development, almost certainly. Really frustrating and weird incident as well, because Bungie literally commented a few days ago, last week when they announced Ash and Iron, that we were getting new armor for the Iron Banner. I don't know, maybe this armor set was supposed to be from Iron Banner and has been, you know, very late in development at some point, switched out for the stuff that we got from the Eververse store. And of course, Bungie just given us the reissued armor. From the article again though, earlier this year, content creator Destin Legary reported that Bungie leadership had previously commented internally that Trials of Osiris armor looked too attractive and might hurt the Eververse sales. And according to former employees, some armor designs were allegedly toned down or shifted away from earnable rewards as a result. Now, going all the way back to when Destiny 2 actually launched, that was one of the things, funnily enough, that I was commenting on quite early that not a lot of people were really talking about, because folks were more worried, naturally, about the sort of end game and the big system changes that D2 had, which players were not fans of. Surprising how many times Bungie have actually done that right, but what I'm saying is that I noticed this quite a lot when we moved into Destiny 2, looking at the endgame stuff that we got from the Leviathan raid, which, you know, some of that stuff was still relatively cool for at the time, but just didn't compare to what we got in Age of Triumph. And then Obviously, the Eververse store had the bulk of the appeal cosmetically for the stuff in the game, and it was clear, I think, when Destiny 2 came out that they had dumbed down a lot of the cosmetic stuff that we could actually earn in the game naturally to make Eververse more appealing. That's basically what we're seeing once again here. So we've got another fiasco. Where was it? Destiny Bulletin also said the concept art has now been taken down by the artist, which kind of amusing. Paul Tassi replied, "Crisis averted." And yes, there's Skeletor, as well as numerous different images of Destiny NPCs smoking cigarettes. It started with the Drifter. I also saw a skeleton version of the Drifter, as well as Ikora there. It's just become a complete meme at this point. It's bonkers, man. It's just, obviously, Bungie are going through a PR crisis. They've done this before with armor sets. That pretty much is confirmed. But, you know, at a time like this, to just have one thing after another, it's really pretty filthy. And it's depressing as well, because if Bungie had dropped this armor set into Iron Banner, then they might have actually got more players into the mode to go and play it, and excited about, you know, rewards. Again, they could have done something like they did with Solstice and said, hey, everyone's going to get double power progression, get the new armor, it looks dope, it's got cool set bonuses on it, but fuck that idea, right? Like, what's the point? And that's basically, we're seeing evidence of that right here. So very frustrating that Bungie have been caught out. Like I say, I'm not massively surprised because they've done this stuff in the past, but the fact that they literally referenced Iron Banner getting a cool new armor set, the only way Bungie can, I don't know, not really fix this issue, I guess, but maybe make it slightly better, would be to say right now that they're going to give that armor set away to all players. There would be a layer of complexity because some folks will have purchased it. I don't know if Bungie can track that all this time down the road, you know, because it did drop, I think, with Edge of Fate. It was available earlier on in the season. So they'd have to reimburse players or give folks who actually bought it, you know, some kind of reimbursement or benefit. But they should just give this armor set away when Iron Banner goes live next week as a make good. If they don't do that, the place is going to burn down, dude. That's all there is to say. I mean, yeah, whatever. I don't even know what to say. How can Bungie have such a ridiculously bad week? Exhausting. You have to let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I'm just scrolling through this webpage. I swear this job gives me freaking anxiety, dude. It does these days anyway. Every time I open the social medias, everything's just blowing up. Right, there we go. That's my update video. Not that surprised, but definitely disappointed.